Hello, good morning. Please welcome to read the Bible with me. If you could please join me read Genesis 18. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them for the tent door and bowed himself toward the ground and said, Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant. May you find favor wherever you are. May you find favor. May the favor of God be with you wherever you are. Go before you, behind you, beside you. May his favor follow you and your generation. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourself under the tree. And I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort ye your heart. After that ye shall pass on, for therefore ye come to your servant and said, so as thou hast said. And Abraham hastened into the tent into Sarah and said, Make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cake upon the heat. And Abraham ran unto the heat and fetched a calf tender and good, and gave it unto young man, and he hastened to dress it. And he took butter and milk and calf which he had dressed, and set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. And they said unto him, Where is Sarah thy wife? And he said, Behold, in thy tent. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door, which he was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and stricken in age, and he ceased to be with Sarah after manner of women. Therefore Sarah laughed within her, saying, After I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? And the Lord said unto Abraham, Wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I of a surety bear a child which am old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the time appointed, I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. I don't know what you are facing today, but you should know that whatever you are facing is not bigger than God. And Sarah denied, saying, I love not, for I was afraid. And he said, Nah, but thou didn't laugh. And the men rose up from thence and looked towards Sodom. And Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham the things which I will do, seeing that Abraham shall surely become great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him? For I know him, and I will command his children and his house after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord to justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which has spoken of him. And the Lord said, Because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sins is very grievous, I'll go down now and see whether they have done together according to the cry of it, which is come unto me. and if not, I will know. And 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 the men turned their faces from hence and went towards Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near and said, O thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure, there be 50 righteous within the city, wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for 40 righteous that are therein? Thus be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay righteous with the wicked, and the righteous shall be as the wicked that be far from thee. Shall not judge of the earth do right? The Lord said, if I find Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sake. And Abraham answered and said, Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of 50 righteous, while thou destroy all the city of lack of 5. And he said, if I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. And he spoke unto him yet again and said, Peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it if 40 sake. For 40 sake. And he said unto him, O let not the Lord be angry. I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found. And he said, I will not do it if I found 30 there. And he said, Behold, now I have taken upon to speak the Lord. Peradventure shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy for 20's sake. And he said, Oh, let not the Lord be angry. I will speak yet but once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy for the 10's sake. For the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communion with Abraham, and Abraham returned into his place. May the Lord bless the reading of his word. Amen.